Well, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
So we are back home, and we had such a great time on our little road trip. We were gone for about 9 days.
9 days. It brought back so many great memories of us traveling the country and camping and having fun. It was a blast. So thank you guys for understanding the little hiatus that we had here.
Yeah.
And now the pressure's on.
So normally I would have already gotten a bunch of my seeds started for the garden, and we would have been working on a lot of projects, but that's okay. So some things that are actually really cool in the greenhouse right now is it has been really warm. When I say really warm, like, you know, 40s during the day, and it's actually helped things grow in the greenhouse. So if you guys remember, I planted all those garlic bulbils a couple of months back, and they have really just done so well. I am so excited about it. And yeah, they're just, you know, there's some that didn't come up, and that's okay. There's some that are just now starting to come up. We still have a lot of garlic from last year.
Yeah.
So whatever I get is going to be just fine. And then another thing is we have a whole bunch of volunteer sunflowers that are coming up all over in the bed. So we're going to just kind of let those do their thing for a little bit, and then we'll transplant. Hopefully we can transplant them. I know they don't really like to be transplanted, but they can't just be all over where they're at right now.
Yeah. All right, so we have to tackle just a couple of minor repairs on the greenhouse. We love this greenhouse from Grower Solution, but it has taken quite a beating from the wind here and the settling of the soil that we had to bring in to kind of make this spot level. And one thing on both of the ends are these doors that we put in. And you can kind of see that this door has settled. And it's because of these poles not being super stout. You know, we could have like put them in concrete or something. Like, we're trying to think of what we could have done, but the way we're going to try to fix that is just to adjust this door in here. And I think if I pick up this side of the door, I think it's going to solve that issue. And I have enough room right here to move this frame of the door over, and I think that's going to solve this one. Hopefully the other one will be exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. And we're having issues with our locking mechanism, and so we actually have a little rope here making sure that this doesn't blow open. But little things like that. All right, so the only real damage that we've had from all these massive winds is this crossbar right here. This purling bar, it actually broke free. You can see where the screw used to be. The wind, because it pushes so hard on this south side of the greenhouse, it actually pushed through the plastic and broke that screw. And so we're gonna have to take that screw out, move the wall, slide it down on that purling to the outside again. You can see the plastic, just because of how much wind we have here, it's actually starting to tear. So we want to make sure we can take advantage of this time right now to fix this before it causes like a huge problem. We have to replace all this plastic on the side. All right, so there's the screw that basically the clamp actually broke, and the screw's still in there. So I'm gonna try to get the screw back out so I can reuse it. All right, step one. So these are the screws. They're self-tapping tech screws, and so they actually have a little drill bit on there. All right, problem one fixed.
I know, it's so bright in here, and it's really hot in here. It is, what is it outside?
It's 41 outside.
41 outside, and it is 76 in here. It's crazy warm. So really what we've found is that all of the bolts or the nuts have kind of wiggled loose. So that explains why, you know, the door is like really out of whack.
Tanya's gonna see if she could pick up the door, and then I'm gonna try to tighten this nut and see if that's gonna help us get it in there. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, hold on.
You need me to keep holding it?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
All your strength. Now we're gonna throw these screws back in. Okay. Every little bit counts. All right, let's see if we can put a screw right here and see if this helps us.
No, it didn't really. You need to do one up higher too. Like almost all the way up at the top there, you can really see it's super tight at the bottom and like much more loose there. All right, so everything we've tried hasn't really fixed the problem. So we're kind of gonna go a little bit more extreme and hope that it goes well. We are going to take all of these screws out.
Just on the strike side here.
On this side, and lower this down a little bit. The only problem is going to be this plastic. You know, when you install it, you cut the plastic so that you don't have a bunch overhanging or sticking out. And but even with like the wind, like we pointed out earlier, it's you know, caused the plastic to kind of come out. So hopefully we can lower the door down, get the plastic pulled nice and tight again, and fix the door. We should have tried the back door first. I think that one would have been a little bit easier.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, these aren't self-tappers, so I'm gonna need my other drill.
So what number of trips to the barn is this now?
This is number 7. So let's shut it, and then I'll mark the holes, and then maybe we can pre-drill.
Okay.
All right, so this needs to go. How's that reveal?
I mean,
With the door.
looks pretty good.
Let me lock this in.
maybe we can just like kind of.
All right.
Yeah, that's a huge improvement. All right, so we got that front door fixed. We're gonna do the back door. We're gonna try first just tightening the screw on the frame.
Just see how loose it is. We had to bring a lot of dirt for the back here, which is why, you know, this whole wall is so
well. But
loose
see,
right there.
up there, you see how that.
Yeah, look at that nut.
Then I don't know if you guys will be able to see that on camera, but the nut is not even like tightened on there anymore. So that will really.
I bet you all of these are loose, just
yeah,
like
I
the
can
front
see
one. Yep.
that down there,
So.
which will help tighten that up a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's the same problem as the front. It might help.
It did help a little bit, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Now it just looks weird.
Now it just looks crooked.
I think we should loosen that back up. All right.
So we know what we gotta do. Just gotta take these off, pull it tight, and put it back on.
All right.
You don't have to be smart. No need to dress up for me to see that you're a good man. You're a good man. A real good man. When the wind blows and the windows are closing, you let the world know what has been has been. There's no use in looking back, going back, wishing back.
So these hanging baskets we bought, and we really loved the flowers that were in there. And there are some sprouts coming up, and this one still has some green growing on it. So I think we're gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of these seed heads in there, and whatever happens, happens. And if it doesn't work, we'll plant something else in there.
All right, we've seeded the yard.
So these snapdragons I actually planted obviously last year, and this one in particular did really well. And all I'm doing is kind of trimming it down to where I see all this new growth. This one doesn't really have any new growth on it at all, so I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. And this one looks like it's been eaten quite a bit by the voles and whatever else. And this is parsley. And this was actually really full before we left for our trip.
It looked like this one.
It looked like that one. And it has been eaten. And we don't even put any bait on there, and we're catching all of these. So I am thinking we're gonna pull that out at some point, but I am just gonna go down. I don't want to really replant these. I kind of like the fact that they have some new growth on them, so we're just gonna keep them where they're at, trim them down. All right, next thing on the list is to get these beds back to being straight. So we're just locating where we have the screw on the outside, and that tells us where our pipe is. And then Levi went and cut some rebar down, and we're just gonna, yeah, boy, that really makes a difference.
Is that straight?
It could go more. Oh, there we go.
Ready? No. Oh,
Yeah. All right, moment of truth.
right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't mind a little bow, but
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
That looks a lot better. Well, cool.
Dang. These beds are even reinforced with rebar. Dang. That's how Ben Hitch does it.
All right. Nice. So I think that might be it for this evening. And tomorrow, actually, like, I don't know, basically 7 out of the next 10 days is supposed to rain. So I think tomorrow is going to be building that potting bench.
Yeah.
And getting some of our seeds started.
We got to hang some lights in the solar room for them and all that cool stuff. So, you know.
And not have it in the RV.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so we had some, obviously great intentions to go out and build that potting bench today. But
Second winter
has arrived. So we are instead inside the RV, and we are going to get some of our seeds started for this year's garden.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we went through and we planned everything out. We wrote down the things that we want to grow and how many of them and the varieties that we wanted to grow. And Levi loves drawing, so we have a drawing of the garden that's in the greenhouse, and so we know kind of where we wanted to plant things and how, because we do square foot gardening, so that way we could also figure out how many we could put of each variety.
Yep. And so we went into the solar room, and because we have that big shelf in there, we're going to put all of our grow setup is going to be in there. So we're going to hang some lights off of the shelf, put our heat mats down, and we're going to start all the seeds that we want to start now.
Yes. Now, we are also going to do something new this year, and that is we're going to direct sow some things now in the greenhouse. That's going to be what do you call it?
An experiment.
An experiment, yes.
We're like 9 weeks to our last frost date right now, so we're going to kind of play with that window of the greenhouse. You know, we've heard you get about an extra month or so.
Yeah. So we're hoping that we can kind of get a head start. And if it doesn't work out by starting stuff in the greenhouse, because we are still battling, well, at least right now it's mice. We haven't seen any voles in there, but we are battling mice, and they've been digging around a lot in there. So we're hoping that if we do direct sow some seeds, that they won't, eat them all. But if they do, we're going to also start the same things inside. Yeah. And Levi also will have a heater set up in the solar room with the grow stuff too, to keep it really warm in there.
So this is the seed starting mix we're going to be using this year, just an organic seed starting mix. And it's always nice to use an actual seed starting mix. You can use just like compost and stuff like that, but it's really better for these seeds to be started in an actual seed starting mix. So we're going to do that, and we're going to get it moist, and then we're going to fill these up and start planting.
Yeah. All right, so now that we have this first tray filled up with our potting mix, we are gonna start our peppers first. So we are growing, how many peppers are we growing this year?
40 pepper, 30 peppers.
30 pepper plants. We're doing 18 spicy varieties and 12 of like a sweet pepper. All right. Sorry, tight space, guys. All right, so I will show all the varieties that we are going to grow. And we wrote everything down so that we would remember and how many of them that we wanted to grow. It was really hard to narrow down. Like we sat down for a few hours and figured this all out, and it was really difficult. So probably start at the bottom. So the first pepper we're gonna start is our lemon spice. It is a really great jalapeno. So we're gonna do 2 of these, and they produce a lot of peppers, so that's why we're only doing 2. We've had these seeds for quite some time. These are from 2021. What do you think? Should we put 2 in each one? It's hard for me to want to put 2 in each one because I don't like to be wasteful, but I also don't want to have to start it again if it doesn't germinate. Megatron. So these are a giant jalapeno. We tried to find these seeds last year and we couldn't find them, and I didn't want to order them because I only wanted these, and it was like ridiculous for shipping. So I found these at North 40 here in Idaho, and we're gonna plant 2 of these ones as well. And we have a really awesome recipe that we make. So stuffed jalapenos, and you cook them on the Traeger wrapped in bacon, and they are amazing. So that's why we want to grow these, because they're nice and big. So we are growing a lot of varieties of jalapenos, and the great thing is a lot of these mature at different times, so we'll have a good staggered harvest this way. This is just another large one. It's called Super Nacho Jalapeno, and they're supposed to grow up to 7 inches long. So we're going to do those. We're doing 2. All right, what's next?
Early
jalapeno. So these ones are ready to harvest in 63 days from transplant. So these will be an early one, as the name implies. And then the last jalapeno that we'll be growing is a tam jalapeno. So our next pepper that we are growing is Tanner's pepper, and we saved these seeds and we plant them every year. All right, and then these ones are called Carranza. This is a poblano type pepper, and I saved the seeds, and I didn't have good luck with germination last year, so I'm hoping I will this year. If not, I'll have to order some, but this is a variety I really like. So we're gonna put like 4 seeds in that cell and hope that one germinates. So this one is just your traditional poblano pepper. We're also doing this new poblano, the mulatto Ileno pepper. This is new to us. I'm really excited. I love doing like stuffed poblano recipes or chili rellenos, so we're excited for that. We've never grown Tabasco peppers, but it is on my bucket list of things to grow and make our own hot sauce with. Yeah. Also, another new pepper to us. This one we can also use to make hot sauce.
It's just a really cool plant.
Yeah. Just, that's the variety of Serrano pepper. We are doing these Bequino yellow piquillo peppers. These are, I think, are really great. They're not too spicy. They have kind of a fruity flavor. And I want to pickle them actually this year. So.
And you notice we get a majority of our seeds from M.I. Gardner. Just the best deal.
Best deal. They are a wonderful company. They give back to the community. And I think that's something we like to support. So.
And M.I. stands for Michigan.
Okay. So now we're going to do our sweet peppers. So this one is Tangerine Dream. And these are like those little mini peppers you can buy in the grocery store. This one is new to us this year. We are doing a Jvarsky. This is supposed to be a really great roasting pepper. So this was something that we wanted to add to the plants we grew this year. All right, this is also new. This is the Emerald Giant Pepper. We're doing Big Red Bell, Sunbright. We're gonna do our mini bells. We're gonna do 2 of those. Next is King of the North. And the last sweet pepper is Lesia, which is probably my absolute favorite. And this is a brand new pack of seeds, so we can...
You're doing 1 or 2?
We're doing 2 Lesias.
Oh, just 1.
Oh, well, we're going to do 2 Lesias.
No! Chocolate Beauty we didn't do yet.
Is it on the list? Oh, it is.
So you want to do 1 Lesia then?
Can we do 2 Lesias, please?
Mm-hmm.
I told my mom I'd start Lesia for her anyways, so. All right, and because I forgot, we're doing a Chocolate Beauty pepper as well. Awesome. Hi. You want to be in the video?
Say hi. Mr.
It's really warm in here.
Oh, it's nice in here. Huh?
Yeah.
Well insulated too.
So we'll keep you guys posted on how things go. We're going to bring the onions and the celery out. And hopefully tomorrow we can build that bench.
Yeah.